Hi y'all, I'm Chad. This is my kitchen and I'm stirring the pot. Today we're going to make a family favorite. It's a recipe that I grew up with and now I'm sharing with my kids. We loved it and I'm sure you're gonna love it as well. These are called BBQ Cups and they're really simple. They're pretty quick and real easy to make. Not a whole lot of ingredients to it. So basically I've taken about 1.5 pounds of ground beef and I've browned it. I've added a little bit of just a little bit of seasoning, some onion powder, some garlic powder, a little bit of salt and pepper to the meat after it's cooked, and I've drained it. And so now we're just going to make the sauce that goes on top of it. So I've put about 1/2 cup of ketchup in, and we're going to put about 1 cup of barbecue sauce. Now, when you're making this recipe, it's always better to have a little more than it is less, because you can always put it on bread, or you can always just use it and freeze it and use it another time. So once we have the barbecue sauce in, we're going to add our kosher salt or rock salt, about half a tablespoon. We're going to put in our garlic powder, which is a tablespoon, and we're going to put in a tablespoon of onion powder. We're going to give that a quick stir with our whisk because we want it to be nice and try not to throw it all over like I did. You always want to clean up after yourself so your wife doesn't yell at you. All right, and then we're going to put in about 2 tablespoons of just regular yellow mustard. And again, give it a quick stir. And then we're going to add our brown sugar. Brown sugar you want to have roughly about, depending on how sweet you want it. I usually put in about 1/2 cup and try it from there. I'll add a little more if I need it. Now just remember, always start with less than more, because you can always add more, you can't take it away. Okay, so this is mixed up. Yeah, heart attack. Once this is mixed up, just give it a quick taste, just to make sure that, to see whereabouts you're at. Pretty good. Okay, so we're going to take this and we are going to add this to our meat. So I'll just bring that over here. So once it's been browned, you're going to add the sauce to the meat. Whoops. Well, I guess you can hear my little puppy who decided that he wanted to be part of this, but so he might be singing for a little bit. All right, so we just give that a good stir up. Now we want this to be, we don't want it overly soupy, but we also want to have enough so that it's fairly wet. We're going to put this back on the burner and we're going to heat this up a little bit. So you want it about the same consistency as Sloppy Joe's. So we're going to throw this back on the stove, and we want it just on fairly low. We just kind of want to warm it up. We don't need to cook it too much because everything that's in there is already cooked. So again, we just want to heat it up. Now this is something that you can do prior. We want whatever size you have of muffin pan. You can use just 6, 12, whatever size you need. So you do want to give it a good spray, just because they will stick a little bit. So it's always good to get the top of the pan as well, not just in the cups, because if it goes over, you don't want it sticking there either. So just a standard cooking spray is perfect. The biscuits that I use are the Pillsbury flaky rolls. Never had anything else. These have great flavor and they're the consistency that you want. So once you have them open, there's two, one on either side, and open it up. So you want to spread them out. And kids can help you with this part. You give it a good whack on there and pop out the muffins. By putting two in there, these are going to be fairly large. You can, if you want to, put a single one in there. It's just not going to be very big, and you're just not going to get the presentation and or exactly what you may be looking for. Again, depending on the size of your family and how many you need to make, kind of dictates the size of pan that you're going to use. So just like before, you're just going to take the wrapper off. And we'll keep that just for the cooking time, make sure that we follow that. And we want to make sure that this just comes to, just gets basically hot. If you've already pre-made it, you can just throw it in the microwave just to warm it up. It's just easier to portion that way. Again, we'll give it a quick taste just to make sure that we don't need to add anything before we put it in with the muffin tin. Hit more brown sugar. You want to be careful when you're using rock salt or kosher salt. It is really potent. So if you're using a teaspoon of rock salt versus regular salt, you're going to get a lot saltier by using the rock salt. So just be aware of that. It protects it. Okay, so once we have this little bit here and we have them open up, and as you can see, they're split open, we're going to add the filling to each one of these. You want to get the filling down in the actual biscuits themselves, so you want it to kind of be incorporated with it, and so it's okay to kind of push it down there a little bit. You can use whatever kind of cheese that you like the best. So I like the milder cheeses. This one is a mix of Monterey Jack, mild cheddar, and you want to make sure again that you're pushing this down into each one of the cups, because when it goes and they all puff up, this is going to be incorporated in the actual buns themselves. So that's why it's important to spread the biscuits so that you can get this all the way down. Okay, now we're going to add our cheese. So you want to give probably, you know, a good decent pinch of cheese, and again you want to push down a bit so that okay, so this is going to go in the oven for about 15-16 minutes. And so as you can see, you want a nice brown color. You want the cheese to be crispy. But basically, you're going to just take it out and you've got a nice, that basically will fall apart. And you can see there that it's nice and gooey, and basically just a fork and a knife and off you go. Whatever you like, just make sure you're tasting as you're going along, just so that you get what you want. Remember, you can always add more, you can't take it away. So, want to thank you very much for watching. If you have any comments, please let me know what you thought of them when you tried them. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to drop them in the comments. Don't forget to like and follow me. This is Chad, this is my kitchen, and I'm stirring the pot.